with Rosa tea. Welcome to Tea Time on Tuesdays at 2. Today we're going to talk about what you can do if you have tea in your stash that you don't like. But first, we are a loose leaf tea company. We're a small company based out of Sandusky, Ohio, and we sell loose leaf tea and blooming tea. And so most of my talk is going to be about loose leaf tea. As I can imagine, when you may have received tea in the past that you don't like, you may have thought to yourself, could I give this away? Is that how you got it in the first place? Were you given a gift of tea? Did your Aunt Susie find out that you're a big tea drinker now? Did she get you some tea? Is that what happened? Is that how you got the tea in your possession that you just don't care for? Well, one of my suggestions is you could definitely give it away. If it is good quality loose leaf tea and the taste just isn't for you, or maybe you have an allergy, you could definitely give the tea away to a coworker or dear friend. But I've got some better ideas. First of all, let's talk about steeping the tea correctly. In our company, we have, I hope this is clear enough for you, on every package of tea we have brewing instructions. So we have exactly how much to measure out, and the instructions tell you how much tea to measure out for 8 ounces of tea. It says right on the top how much tea to use, how hot to get the water, and how long to let the tea steep in the hot water if your goal is hot tea. Your choice could also be to make iced tea, and it says on the directions exactly how much tea to use to steep it cold. But did you buy one of these from us? This bottle is 16 ounces. This bottle needs 2 servings of tea because it's 16 ounces. So if you just casually looked at our instructions and you said to yourself, okay, this is how much tea to use, without realizing that the bottle was bigger than the how to brew a single serving on the label, your tea may have been too weak. So we're going to recommend that you use the serving size that we have printed here, especially if you're steeping it hot. So in this device here, this is our brew basket. This will go in any mug you already own. You can put the tea leaves in here with your water and let it steep, and make sure you set a timer. We want to make sure that you remove the tea leaves from your mug when the timer goes off if you're steeping it hot, so it doesn't get bitter. The bitterness, over steeping, could have been the reason why you may not have liked the tea in the first place. So the first reason is you might have put too little amount of tea into a bigger vessel, like the mountain tumbler, or perhaps you let your tea hang out in hot water for too long, and that's why it got bitter. Or possibly, if you bought one of our green or white teas, on the directions it says exactly that I recommend you use steaming water for green or white teas. Everyone's taste buds are different. Maybe you're just not destined to like green tea, but I highly recommend you giving it a try. And don't bruise your tea leaves. Don't use boiling water. Try it with just steaming water. I'd also recommend, while we still have our brew basket out, or even this bottle, this is a good example. This is a great bottle to mix 2 flavors together. Maybe you bought a tea that was just too strong or too heavy on a certain taste note that you don't really care for, but you do like it. You just didn't want it that strong. Go ahead and mix it. Put 2 flavors in here. Put equal parts of our green walnut green tea and our wild blueberry green tea. They are really great together. There are a lot of combinations of 2 or even 3 flavors of our tea that taste fabulous together. So I'd highly recommend you give that a try. My other tip is cold steeping. There are people in the world whose taste buds just really do not care for black tea. Black tea is just too high in tannins for them to enjoy. This is our iced tea jug. This jug that you're looking at makes 6 servings, and I filled it with some fruit today, just so you can kind of visually see in the background what's going on here. So this is 6 servings, 6 cups, which originally I had shown to you our half-ounce bag. This bag here is a half-ounce in weight, and it does make 6 servings. You'd put the entire packet in this jug. This jug, when you pour it, the strainer keeps everything down here, and all you get is the iced tea in your cup. So it acts like a strainer, so you're not putting anything up into the infuser basket. Everything goes down here. We highly recommend, if you have tea that you just don't care for, not because of an allergy, but you've had a cup and you don't like it hot, cold steep it. Try it in cold water. It's a no-brainer. It doesn't matter how cold the water is. It could be any temperature. You don't need to set a timer. You can put this jug in particular right in the door of your refrigerator. It fits perfectly in there, which I love. Again, it's going to make 6 servings, and you just stick it in the fridge. I think it'll taste good in about 20 minutes. But if you leave it there 2 hours or even overnight, this is a fabulous jug for cold steeping your tea. Friends, one more tip. It doesn't have to be cold water. It could be club soda or ginger ale. If you're over 21, it could be Chardonnay or vodka. Make sangria with us. Look at how beautiful it is. Again, the tea leaves go down here in with the slices for the cold steeping. Try it cold. I've got a couple more tips for you. If you've got tea you don't like, how about an air freshener? Make an air freshener for your car. You could fill this up with all that loose leaf tea. It's got a drawstring. You could tie this right up on your rear view mirror and hang it up in your car if you don't like the particular tea that somebody gifted to you. We happen to sell these. These are brew bags. This is cheesecloth with a drawstring, and you can absolutely make tea with them. They're hand wash, reuse. If you have them from us, don't use soap. Just go ahead and hand wash them and let them air dry. These are our brew bags. They are on our tea accessory page, and you get 4 in a package for just $5. Now, don't tell anyone you got this tip from me, but does anybody know what a glitter bomb is? You could send the loose leaf tea in the mail to someone. If you don't like that tea, you could ship it to someone. I'm sure they would love to receive a whole box or envelope of loose leaf tea leaves. But don't tell anyone I told you. Back to reality, though. Let's say you have tea leaves, again, that either you have steeped or you just don't care for. You can use them in the compost. Who's got a garden? Does anybody garden? I do. It's great. Definitely use either the used tea leaves or the tea leaves you didn't care for in your compost. I have 2 more tips for you. Who's got tea bag tea in their pantry they don't care for? Not me. I haven't had tea bag tea in my life in quite some time. But you know what those tea bags are good for? The puffiness on your eyes. You wake up during allergy time, you've got puffy eyes on your face, get those tea bags on there for a good 20 minutes. Put those to good use. Don't just pitch them. Who's got a tea ball in their life that they don't really care for? Oh, those tea balls with the hinge and the holes. Oh, they're so not my favorite thing in the world. We do not sell tea balls. If you've got a tea ball that you don't care for anymore, no need to pitch it. You know what you can do with it? Use it for powdered sugar. Fill it up, and it's absolutely perfect to sprinkle powdered sugar on all of your baked treats.